candidate Jeff Adachi for coming along with our candidate journalists, and encourage Molly McKay and thank her for coming, and Stuart and John, who are such strong civil rights supporters and have been involved. I want to turn the mic now over to, again, another person who needs no introduction, Assemblyman Tom Amiano.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. WTF, Chronicle. Don't let my foreclosure get in the way of real journalism. Got a text from Anonymous that tomorrow's story's going to say Tom Amiano is straight. Believe it, yeah. I was going to have my chicken shit on the article, but I thought it'd be redundant. You know, in my day, you valued your friends. Sometimes they were hard-won. Sometimes they were not necessarily altruistic. But particularly in the late 60s and 70s, if you had a friend to the queer community, you valued that. You worked with them. You treasured them. And there was a reciprocation that happened. And to mock that now, to devalue that now, again, WTF. How long have we all worked? Look at all your faces. There's people here from many generations, and which is a testimony to the city attorney. When you talk about issues like this, even if there are some questions, they're about helping, not hindering. And to cast an aspersion like that is a reflection of who is doing it. And, you know, I think we all know who is doing it. You know, I just really wish they would cool their jets, take a step back, go after real homophobia for a change, go after bullying for a change, go after healthy San Francisco, supporting it, not trying to decimate it, honoring Occupy San Francisco and their ability to mediate and to collaborate. How about some fucking leadership? Thank you all. Thank you.
I understand that Cleve Jones is here, and I can't see him at the moment, but will he please come up as well? And while he's on his way up, Stuart and John and Molly McKay will say a few words.
Good afternoon. Stuart and I, as well as several other same-sex couples, were plaintiffs alongside the City and County of San Francisco from 2004 to 2008 in the California marriage cases. And over the last nearly 8 years, we have had the privilege to work for marriage equality closely with actually several of the candidates running for mayor, or see firsthand their commitment to the freedom to marry. And I want to mention some of these candidates by name. Of course, Jeff Adachi and Joanna Reese, who are here today, but also Bevan Duffy, David Chu, Phil Ting, Lee Lee, Ed Lee, Dennis Herrera, and others that I have not mentioned here. We are not publicly endorsing a candidate in this election because there are so many candidates who have been strong advocates for us that we simply could not choose between them. However, anonymous sources have questioned Dennis Herrera's commitment to marriage equality, and we are here to say unequivocally that in our experience of over nearly 8 years, City Attorney Dennis Herrera has been an unwavering advocate for the freedom to marry. I personally remember sitting in the courtroom on February 13th, 2004, the day after San Francisco marriages began, and seeing Dennis Herrera as city attorney and Chief Deputy Terry Stewart forcefully defend the city's actions in the face of an attack by right-wing extremists from outside our state. And the city attorney's powerful legal advocacy in 2004 allowed those marriages to continue for an extraordinary 30 days, and over 8,000 people got married in San Francisco City Hall. Over the last nearly 8 years, Dennis and Terry have stood as models as government attorneys nationwide for marriage equality. And under Dennis's leadership, the City and County of San Francisco has played a critical role in the court case that established same-sex couples' fundamental right to marry under our state constitution, and equally important, constitutional protections for all lesbian and gay people in our state in all aspects of their lives. And it's worthy to note, in part because of the respect that Dennis and Terry command, the city and county of San Francisco was the only party allowed to intervene for marriage equality in the current federal court litigation to overturn Proposition 8. And I can say firsthand that the city and county of San Francisco is making an indispensable contribution to that lawsuit to restore the freedom to marry in California. So Dennis and Terry were under no obligation to do any of this work, but they understood clearly the importance of standing up for all San Franciscans. And as San Franciscans, I would say we are very lucky in this city to have so many candidates standing up for our equal rights. And that is why we are here today to salute them all. Thank you.
There have been many twists and turns in this long journey to justice, and certainly, as I personally can attest to, many sacrifices and casualties along the way. This is one of the strangest twists I think I can even imagine. It's ridiculous and bizarre. And of course we are here to say, for those of us, and I see so many in this audience who know so personally, that Dennis, of course, has been shoulder to shoulder with us, fighting with us before straight allies were cool. We showed people how it was done. So all I'm here to say, because I don't even think it's even worth responding to, it's so incredibly bizarre and unfounded, but I am absolutely here to celebrate and give thanks and give tremendous gratitude to Dennis Herrera as a personal friend, as a love warrior, as a leader, and his civil rights legacy will be written into the history books and speak for itself. Steve Jones will say a few words.
Thank you, Terry. First of all, I work for the hotel workers. I work for the people that clean the rooms in the Hiltons and the Hyatts and the Marriotts. In this city, we're local too, and we support Dennis Herrera because we know he cares about us. I'm also on the advisory board of the American Foundation for Equal Rights that brought the Ken Olson, David Boies federal court challenge to Prop 8, and of course, as a foundation, we don't endorse, but many of us in AFER are supporting Dennis because of the hard work that he and Terry and the rest of the staff did and continue to do to overturn Prop 8, which will have repercussions, as you know, across the country. Now, I don't have a whole lot more to add to what's already been said, but to the Chronicle and that reporter, really, this is what you do 2 weeks before the election? Front page headline, above the fold, anonymous source. Please, you should be ashamed of yourselves. I also got to say something to former Supervisor Duffy and the Gay and Lesbian Victory Fund. Never had any quarrel with either of you. I think I may have one now. You need to speak out and distance yourself from this immediately. And if you do not, shame on you. To Ed Lee, whose campaign began with a lie, is ending with a lie, and in between the lies, what did we see but cronyism, fake grassroots organizations coming out of nowhere, vote tampering like we haven't seen in a long time, money laundering. And now we're ending with a big lie, a slur against Dennis Herrera. And how stupid do you think we are? Please.